is the funding from the US and the diplomatic cover. We are supporting over 60% of the weaponry that Israel is using to crush mostly occupied people or people that don't have the means to defend themselves. So you've had a lot of opportunities to respond to this issue, and you've done nothing in support of Palestinians, and Palestinians have no recourse. Nobody is going to bat for them. And just to balance out the narrative, because Israel has always controlled the narrative, Palestinians in Gaza have been under a siege since 2006, where Israel controls the water, food, electricity, telecommunications. This is not a sovereign nation. These are people that they're an occupied people. It's ethnic cleansing. It's an apartheid state in the West Bank. And as this is going on, Palestinians have been trying to defend themselves, raise awareness about their cause. Nobody listens. In 2018-19, there was the Great March of Return, where Palestinians walked to the wall and peacefully said, "We're being crushed here," and nobody cared. And what happened? The UN was saying, Gaza is going to be uninhabitable by 2020. When 2020 came around, surprise, surprise, it's not habitable. You know, many children show signs of disease because of the lack of sanitation, all these things. So in the context of this, why are we surprised when you take away people's peaceful protests from them when they respond with violence? I'm not condoning violence, but I'm saying it's because of politicians like you that refuse to listen to these cries that people respond with violence. And the violence that happened on that day was so maligned by the Israeli narrative. There were no mass rapes, there were no beheaded babies, and the news organizations that spread these lies have not done due justice to us by explaining what truly happened that day. Israel employed the Hannibal Directive, which is a known policy where they say it's better to kill their own people with helicopter gunships rather than allow them to be taken as a hostage. Israel is not trying to rescue their hostages. It is not trying to just get rid of Hamas. Israel is ethnically cleansing the land. Please, students, do your homework, study the history, and my specific question for you, I've tried to meet with your staff. I've tried to send you letters. I never get any response. People feel powerless when our tax dollars are being used to fund the genocide. My question, like there are people that are lighting their bodies on fire because they feel powerless to change our country, which is now supporting the greatest state sponsor of terrorism in the world. So my question for you, and I want a specific answer, and if you can answer as many ways as possible, I want to know, do you have any red line for Israel? Is there anything that Israel can do that would make you say, okay, I will stop sending military aid? That's not even saying trying to attack Israel. Well, I'm not even going there. I'm saying, is there anything that you would do is there anything that Israel could do that would make you say, I will stop sending military aid and diplomatic cover, and the diplomatic cover is actually a greater support to Israel at this time. And my second question is, would you be willing to meet with a faith community, a group of representatives in this town to talk about the issue?
John makes a lot of points, and particularly started with something about, was I accessible, was I listening, and the like. I think, and I'm pretty sure of this, we are having, over the last, whatever it is, 90 minutes or so, the only open to all town hall meeting in the country this morning. And the reason we're doing it is because I wanted to hear from you. And it's not like I just made this up. This is number 1101, sir. Only town hall meeting in America.
Please answer the question.
I'm going to, but you asked about being heard and speech, and I just wanted to put this in context. If you're asking a question, the only town hall meeting, as far as I can tell, and I'm going to give you the best answer I can possibly give you. I already said that I think the answer is to have an immediate ceasefire of a period of time and trying to walk back these horrible policies. That's what I'm for. Well, that is my policy. I don't use.
What can Israel do that you will say, no, this is unjust?
Before we get to any red lines, I want to correct the part of your statement that's just factually wrong. Israel was attacked on October 7th. And innocent people at a festival.
How many Palestinians have been killed?
Thank you. We're going to move on to our last question.
Answer the question.
We're going to move on to our last question.
I'll stop. Answer the question.
Answer the question. What's your red line, Senator? Our
Innocent-
fellas are going to this.
Innocent people on October 7th.
Innocent people today.
Okay.
I'd like to finish this. This is an important point. On October 7th, innocent people were slaughtered.
Specific question. I want to know a red line.
But what she stated was factually wrong, and I'm going to have to correct it if I'm going to get a chance to talk at all. And what is perhaps most ominous is the people who perpetrated those horrors on October 7th said, we're going to do it again and again and again. Their words, not mine. So we've got to find a path forward, and I just gave you what I think is the best.
So you have no red line.
Thank